So we've just found the turning to go to the pre-pottery Neolithic site of Sefer Tepe. Look at this though. We just found this kind of beautifully carved Hypogeum with what looks like serpents carved on it. And if we walk around here, it's carved out of solid rock. On this side as well, we have the same kind of serpentine motif. You can see that going all the way across there. And over this side, you've got like almost like a solar cross motif as well. So this is at the entrance to the site of Sefer Tepe, which is just up on that hill there, and you can actually see behind our car, that is the hill where many of the stones are being reported on by Martin Sweatman and other researchers, and this is one of the Tepe sites, the 12 sites in the whole region here. We're just inside it now, inside this Hypogeum. There's the circular thing, and then look at this, and then we've got this beautiful kind of serpentine thing on this side, and that's actually the cave itself, the small cave. If we go just over here, again you can see again this serpentine motif, like a rainbow almost going across the top there. So this is amazing. Now this is one of the Tepe sites, and this is an area just on the way in, and when you drive down the track, this sort of Hypogeum carved kind of pit tomb with this beautiful solar symbol, possibly these serpent carvings on this side as well. So what is this? Is this part of Sefer Tepe, or was this added later? So here we are at Sindin Kalesi, just down the road from Sefer Tepe in southeast Turkey. This is a cave system, Hypogeum type carvings, but also we have what looks like T-pillars sticking out the ground like you see at Karahan Tepe, the unexcavated part. But is the stone box that we saw near Sefer Tepe, kind of between here and Sefer Tepe, but halfway between, is that part of this? Is it part of this culture? Is it one of their burials that they kind of would place out in the landscape towards, towards Sefer Tepe, towards the from here towards the east? So we're kind of in between a whole bunch of sites here in the Tepe region, on the eastern edge of the Tepe region near Şanlıurfa province. But as you can see here, there's lots of Hypogeum carvings. So is this a T-pillar sticking out the ground at Kalesi, Sindin Kalesi, which is just up the road from Sefer Tepe? That is very strange, if that is the case. So we have more carving out of solid bedrock here at Sindin Kalesi. So is this the same people who carved out the bedrock, did the Hypogeum carvings at Karahan Tepe? This is very strange. We've got holes in it there as well. We've got kind of serpentine pieces carved out of it. We have another serpentine piece over here, going up here, all the way up this side. This is again just the carving out the solid bedrock with a jagged, almost like Cajamarca in Peru. So there could be two T-pillars, one broken on the bottom there and one not broken, sticking out of the ground. This is very odd. Purely speculation, but worth checking this out. In fact, you've got all this Karahan Tepe, almost like kind of carving. Is interesting. But this is clearly being carved out, all of this. And the cave has collapsed. Then we have the great Kalesi, the castle on top. And look, oh my God. We have another piece here, another stone, which has got two holes, appears to have been carved in it. This is very, very interesting. Is that another T-pillar, or are we just imagining things? This goes inside it. Here we go. Let's have a look inside. Wow, so this is fully carved, like Hypogeum cave. We're going to go inside it. Let's go inside and take a look. Wow. Wow, someone's been living in here. Holy Christ, this is like a proper cave system here. You can see everything. People have been living in here. Look at that. Look at all these little niches carved out here as well. This is most unusual. Is this as old as Tepe? Or is this a much younger site? Let me see, it goes all the way in there as well. There's even a big circle on the back wall there, like a niche. Wow, we did not expect to see all this today at Sindin Kalesi, very close to Sefer Tepe, very close to the underground kind of stone box as well. There are even cut marks carved in the ground here. Look at this. Cut marks and channels. We have almost like steps carved out. Is there anything of interest? Steps carved out here. Another hole, square hole that goes right down into the cave I was just in. Look at these, all the niches down there as well. This is a major stone quarrying operation. This is not for the faint-hearted. Very large blocks making up the so-called Roman era part of the castle. We have steps carved out of the solid bedrock. We have even water channels there. This is kind of very similar in style to Sogmata in some ways. And this is actually how you lead in to the cave we went in. There's two rooms in the cave there. And then we have the hole that goes down into the cave as well. Very, very interesting site. You even have what looks like red ochre there. So this is an amazing site. Thank you. So we're just finishing here at Sindin Kalesi. This is a surprising site. Didn't expect this. There's cut marks, there's Hypogeum caves, there's all sorts. It's very windy up here today. But we've seen some spectacular kind of Hypogeum type design here, much like Tepe, but we think it's later. But it's in the area of Sefer Tepe, Tepe, and also the stone box. So thanks for watching, Megalithomaniacs. I hope you liked our attempt to look at Sefer Tepe and the stone box we found, which is very interesting, and also this Sindin Kalesi, which again is very interesting. It just proves there's a lot more in this area than meets the eye. So take care, Megalithomaniacs, and we'll see you next time.